Hey there, Fletcher from All Things Overlanding here, and today I'm going to be talking about this XTOOL D5S diagnostic unit. This thing is really slick. It's just a really intelligent, really comprehensive way to sort of check on the status of your vehicle, the engine, the transmission, a bunch of different systems. And unlike some of the old school ones where you have to connect to an app, you have to pay for updates and things like that, this one is all self-sufficient. It has free lifetime updates. And I'm going to show it to you in action. I'm going to kind of walk you through some of the features and things that come with this thing. So if you want to learn more about the XTOOL D5S, stay tuned.
Understand where it came from, but you got it, my got it. It began in the land of the sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip.
All right, guys, so as I mentioned in the intro today, I'm talking about this XTOOL D5S code reader, diagnostic unit, whatever you want to call it. I've had a bunch of these, and actually I have an old one in my glove box here. I'll show you this old Ansel one, right? But it's just like this little teeny tiny LCD screen, right? And nothing against it or anything, but it's just kind of basic. And it also doesn't work with a ton of cars. It can't clear very many codes. Like if you get basic stuff like emissions or, your gas cap doesn't get tightened down, it can reset that kind of stuff. But if you really want to get deep, or if you have, in a lot of cases, these newer vehicles have really complex computer systems in them basically, right? So having something like this XTOOL is awesome because one, it's got a really nice big touchscreen. So it's essentially a tablet, right? It's basically just like a 5.45-inch touchscreen tablet. It's also got 32 gigs of built-in storage, and it's expandable. So on the top here, you'll see this little port that you can open up. And in there, you've got your USB-C to recharge the device, and then you've also got a spot for a micro SD card. So again, if you wanted to store codes, kind of keep track of it, it will also save multiple vehicles in here. So that's another really nice thing, is it's really easy to program in and then save different vehicles and kind of save their histories. So if you want to keep track of, say that you've got two vehicles or something, like I've got this old '08 Nissan Frontier that does throw code sometimes for like emissions and things like that. And then I've got my new truck, the 2023 Frontier. I can keep those vehicles separate. I can store those codes. I can kind of keep a history on anything that's popped up on the vehicle that I've resolved with this unit. But you can reset stuff. It's got the four main common sections like engine, transmission, your ABS, and then like your safety stuff like your airbags and things like that. So you can access those really easily through this. Of course, it plugs in through OBD2, so that's been like the common sort of standard for access to your vehicle's ECU since like the 90s, I believe. So it pretty much works with every vehicle. Now there are, again, with a lot of these newer vehicles, they're so complex, they have so many systems built into them that I've had some like that Ansel, the cheaper ones, that just won't read them, can't even connect. I had an Infiniti Q50 before, and I had to get a very specific unit to be able to clear codes on that thing. One time I had something come up with emissions. I think I put exhaust on it or something. And my old code reader wouldn't even recognize that it was a vehicle, wouldn't even recognize that it was plugged in. But again, with this XTOOL, it works across 90 plus different manufacturers. So it pretty much covers everything. And I will say, when I picked this up, I reached out to them and I just said, hey, I have a 2023. It's brand new. Like, I just want to make sure this is going to work. And they were like, yep, let us check. And they're like, yep, absolutely. We've got all the firmware and everything for that truck. So yeah, you should be good. And then when they sent it, I plugged it right in, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. And it basically detected that my truck was a D41 2023 Nissan Frontier. So super, super cool. I love that it's backlit, right? So again, if I'm doing this at night or in the morning or something, or if you're on the side of a trail and you get a code and you want to check it out, one, you could, you can kind of have this thing as a tablet, so you could be looking back at your history. You could take it inside and update it on your Wi-Fi and stuff. And again, because it's got the battery contained in it, it becomes mobile, it becomes portable, right? So you can even take it away from your vehicle and still have power. Whereas again, that old Ansel that I've showed you, this thing doesn't even turn on unless it's plugged in. It literally pulls power from the OBD2 port. So like, I can't look at history on this. I can't look at multiple vehicles on this. If I need an update, what this does is you have to download an app and then you have to connect via like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth from this to the app to see it. Sometimes that doesn't work. I've had head units where you have to connect wirelessly and it's just a nightmare. These older sort of more simple versions, they don't even have their own app. It's like you have to use a general app like a Torque or something like that to be able to connect to it. Whereas again, this thing has all of its own stuff built in, super nice user interface and stuff. And I'm going to walk you through this whole thing, kind of show you it in person here in a second. But yeah, this thing is just so nice to use. If you're a DIY person, it's worth a little bit more money to have something that's really super nice like this that you can keep updated wirelessly via Wi-Fi to make sure you have the most up-to-date firmware. If, in this 2023, if they release a patch or some sort of an update or something for the transmission, I can get it on here and then I have the most up-to-date stuff via the XTOOL updates. So now once you put in your email and kind of gotten registered, then you get access to the tool, right? And this is the cool thing is this thing is completely wireless, right? It's rechargeable, which you can charge through this port up here. So it's USB-C, and then there's a spot for a memory card in there too. So you can save things like your settings and any past codes and things like that. Then you've got this kind of VGA out spot on the top, and it does include with it a USB-A to USB-C charging cord so that you can keep the thing topped off. And then it also comes with an OBD2 to VGA plug. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually plug this into the top of this thing, and then we're going to plug in the OBD2 port to my OBD2 port so that we can read any codes. Now, my truck is a 2023 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. It's brand new, so I don't have any codes or anything right now, so I'm just going to kind of demonstrate this for you. But I've had a lot of older trucks, and actually on this truck, I installed an air intake on it early on when I first bought the truck, and I forgot to plug in the mass airflow sensor, and I had a couple codes, and I was kind of confused because I just didn't realize that I'd forgotten to plug it in. And if I'd had this tool, I could have plugged it in, and I would have really quickly realized that it was a mass airflow sensor issue. And my first thought would have been to go around to the engine bay and plug in the mass airflow sensor and problem solved, right? So again, just having something like this, I'm probably going to just keep it in the truck so that I've got it if I need it. If I ever do get a weird code or something, especially if I'm out on a trip and I want to be prepared and I want to be ready. It's sort of ruggedized, it's got these rubber things on the end, so like you can kind of throw it around. And my plan is just to, again, keep it in the glove box so that I've got it when I need it. But so let me plug in this cord here really quick, and then we'll see what it looks like when it is plugged into the truck. Okay, so it said auto-identifying, and then it said firmware updating, which probably is because I'm connected to Wi-Fi. So that's definitely a recommendation that I would make is to, get it on Wi-Fi at your house first. Just make sure that the firmware is all the way up to date so that you've got the most up-to-date, codes and everything like that you would need for your vehicle before you take it out and plug it into your vehicle. So now it's saying, right, please wait, the communication is being established. Please make sure to connect to VCI and turn on the ignition switch. So I'm just going to hit the power button in the truck without putting my foot on the brake to turn on the power. As you can see, it's spinning up there. So now let's see if that'll get it. Apologies here, guys. The audio, I think, connected to my Bluetooth in the truck, so it dropped and didn't record audio. So I'm just going to voice this part over. But as you can see, it connected. Once you hit automatic detection, you can hit read VIN code, and then it's going to basically scan your vehicle, and then that's how it's going to know what kind of vehicle you have. So then right there you can see, hey, it's a 2023 D41 Nissan Frontier. Once you hit that, it's kind of got the information saved in there, and then you can scan the truck, right? So you hit automatic scan here, and it's giving me all green lights because, again, my truck is basically brand new, so there aren't really any issues with it. But if you had some, obviously it would show you like a red X, and then you could click into those individual modules to see what they are. But I just did like kind of the automatic scan of all the systems, but you can also break it down by the individual systems themselves to go in and do a specific report on each system. So now I'm going to kind of take you through the main menu here and just show you all the options and what is included with the XTOOL. So we're going to start with the auto scan feature. Once you click on the auto scan feature, it's going to give you a couple of options here. Now, the one that I did was the auto identification. And the reason for that is just because I didn't want to mess with like individual systems, right? I just want it to scan the vehicle and tell me if there are any codes. So this is just kind of another way to get to that auto identification of codes. And then as you can see, you're going to run it. It's going to process all that information out of the OBD2. And this actually takes me back to that screen where you can click automatic, manual selection, or diagnose.
by single system. So it gives you a few options inside of there once it's connected to the vehicle. As you can see, it knows what the vehicle is. It also shows you connection to Wi-Fi is the little array looking thing up there in the top left corner. It shows you the battery in the device itself. And it shows you your battery power from the vehicle that you're hooked into. So it shows like 11.4 volts for mine. Now on the top here is, as I mentioned before, where the memory card goes and also where the USB-C goes to charge it. So if you need to charge it independently, you can do that. You also do get charged from the OBD2 port though. So while it's plugged in, it's actually charging. As you can see, it's green up there in the top left corner. So then in my experience, the diagnosis and OBD2 functions are really similar. They're just, again, different kind of ways to get into the OBD2 port itself to find information about various vehicles. So I didn't really mess with those too much. The next important one that I did mess with is the updates button. Of course, when you hit the updates button, it's going to go in there and it's going to tell you if there are any pending updates. So again, the cool thing is it's wireless. You could take this in your house, connect to your Wi-Fi, check for updates. But again, I'm already updated because I've done it. The other nice thing is they break it out by vehicle. So you don't have to download a bunch of junk data for vehicles that you don't own. You can download them by vehicle as you see here. So I've updated my '08 Frontier and I've updated my 2023 Frontier, but I don't have to have a bunch of extra stuff. Now in the more option here, there's things like your account, your settings, just general sort of stuff. Also, you can see your saved vehicles in there, so that's kind of cool. You can also delete them, so if you want to get rid of one, you can do that, but it'll store all your codes that you've ever read and kind of keep track of your vehicles so you have a history of them, which I really like that feature. And then, of course, last but not least, there is this special functions button. Now, the cool thing about this is it seems to be like common errors that you might see that you could scan for. So let's say like a gas cap or a TPMS reset, things like that. If you have aired up your tires, let's say, and they're full, but you're still showing a code, you can really quickly jump in here, almost like a shortcut, to check the TPMS system and to reset those monitors. So again, really cool that they have these sort of like bigger things that you may access more frequently saved so that you can get in here and quickly find those things without having to scan the whole vehicle or kind of dive down deep. So I really like that too.
All right, guys, so that was the XTOOL D5S. I hope that was helpful for you. If it was, click that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button, click the bell to be notified when new videos drop. I do a couple every week, usually something like this, like a gear type video, and then a general newbie overlanding type thing. I'm also a car guy too, and I'm a Nissan guy, so I've got a couple of Nissans, an older truck, and then a new 2023 Frontier. So, lots of do-it-yourself modifications, things like that, outfitting vehicles for overlanding. So if you're into any of that stuff, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Also below this video is a join button. That's just kind of a passive way to support the channel, and it gets you early access to the videos. So if you want to see them before everybody else, that's a great way to do it. There is also a link to my website down there where I've got patches and stickers, funny ones like "Don't burn your wiener and it's a hot dog," or "I hate people so I camp," that kind of thing. So if you're into patches or stickers for your headliner, or put on your fridge or your windows, that sort of thing, you can see the stickers back there in my truck on the window outside. Check out that link down below as well for those. And then last but not least, there is a link to the Newbie Overlanders Facebook group, which is totally free to join. Tons of awesome members in there. And it's different than the bigger groups because there's no bullying. Like if you're going to be a bully, we just kick you out. So if you want to learn about overlanding, or if you're already pretty experienced and you're just kind of tired of, all the negativity and stuff in a lot of the big groups, this may be a good place for you, and we'd love to have you. But again, thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful, and we'll see you next time.